long story short, I purchased a transmission from Monster Transmission. I received the transmissions about 8 weeks after ordering it. I got it home, did not shift correctly. 3,900 RPM shift point, regardless of what you did. Called Monster. They sent me a new transmission 2 weeks later. It was not built to the specs that I ordered the first one with. So now I'm sitting here 2.5 months later with 2 transmissions that are absolutely garbage. Well, what is, I built a 71 Nova. The weak link of it was a transmission. So I've been looking for a transmission. There was a few companies out there that I had considered. I was doing some searching, and I came across Monster Transmission. After looking at their videos, their testimonials, they're on all the big TV shows, car shows and stuff like that. I thought, hey, their transmissions were actually reasonable for what you got. So it was about mid-September, or actually mid-July, I ordered one. They said it'd be 6 to 7 weeks out. I was fine with that because I was out of state working. Got home, received a transmission about mid-August, went, picked it up, put it in, test drove the car. It would not shift until it hit about 3,900 RPM, regardless if you manually shifted it, automatic, stomped it on the floor, took off easy. It didn't care. 3,900 RPMs is where it shifted. So I got hold of Monster. I went through about a week of hitting techs and customer service and all this stuff. And finally it was assistant to the CEO, contacted me. And he said, well, that's unacceptable. I will do a VIP build for you, rush order, get it out to you. When you receive it, then you can send your other transmission back. Because I've got car shows and stuff I've got to do. I can't have my car down. Couldn't drive it anyway. So he does that. It took 2 weeks from the time I talked to him to receive the transmission. Now, I put the transmission in the car the same day I received it, went for a test drive. Now, this is supposed to have a level 3 aggressive shift kit. So regardless of what RPM you are, when it shifts gears, you need to feel it, and you'll feel it good. It shifts no harder than my Hyundai. I immediately called up Monster. Long story short, that was 2 weeks ago today that I called them and told them about this problem. I sent videos, both times I sent videos of the car driving, so I had proof that this is what was happening. 2 weeks today, I called them again. Their only resolution is to send me a valve body, have me build a valve body with a shift kit that I purchased, put into the transmission, and see if that fixes it. Well, the transmission it's technical. I mean, these things are technical. That's why I didn't build my own. I had somebody build it. I gave them all the specs of my car, all the specs of everything. What torques me a lot is a lot of the claims on their website that they test all of the transmissions in real world conditions, put them in the car, drive them, test them, and all that. Well, the first transmission I got, I immediately dropped the transmission pan because I wanted to put my aluminum on it. There was a trace amount of transmission fluid in the bottom of this pan. Well, anybody knows with transmissions, you drop the pan, that thing's going to drip for a week or better with transmission fluid after you ran it. And they're supposedly run it, bring it in, take it out, empty it, and then pack it and go. Well, there's no way in God's green earth that this thing was tested. So, and then I don't have it, it's on my toolbox, a little quality assurance card. And it has different boxes that they check at different stations. Well, their website says, this is how we do things. The parts department checks it off. The build department checks it off. I've got 2 cards here that are half checked off. Half of the boxes are checked off. But yet this is what they claim they do on their website. So there's 2 falses right there that they're claiming they do, but they don't. There was one more that it kind of shakes me right now what that third one was, but there's definitely a third claim on their website that is false. I've been told by, I'm going to say an insider from Monster, that they're growing so fast and so big that they can't do what they used to do to transmissions. They can't test them all world, real world and stuff like that. I told them this. I even told them this today. In order to win me back as a customer, and then again, I'm not going to promote their company, I want another transmission sent to me that is of the specs that I asked for, that I built. I didn't mention that when I first ordered the transmission, one of the person who takes the order sold me some stuff in the transmission that was not available in the transmission, i.e. a 27 spline output shaft that he said would allow me to use my stock driveline with no modifications. I get the transmission here, no call of telling me there wasn't one in stock or anything. That shaft doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So I get the transmission, I'm looking at it, and I'm mating it up to my driveline. I'm going, this isn't working. So I called them. They said, oh, that's the 32 spline, blah, blah, blah. $200 later, after modifying my drive shaft, it works. Who do they got working for him? And this is supposed to be their head salesman. Obviously, he's a head salesman.